The Curse of Evermore. One misty evening, Julian Carter, an avid traveler and amateur historian, wandered off the beaten path while hiking through the countryside. His GPS failed to find a way out, and as dusk fell, he stumbled upon a quaint town nestled in a valley. "Welcome to Evermore," read a wooden sign. The town was charming but strangely quiet. Cobblestone streets snaked around quaint cottages with dimly lit windows. A few townspeople wandered about, smiling politely, but with an odd emptiness in their eyes. Seeking shelter, Julian approached a cozy inn and was greeted by an elderly innkeeper named Agnes. "Travelers are rare here," she said warmly, handing him a key. "Stay the night, but remember, things are different in Evermore." Julian wandered into town. The streets were eerily silent, and the townspeople he encountered seemed unusually lost. A man stared at a flower as if he were seeing it for the first time, while a woman traced patterns in the dirt, with childish wonder. Julian tried to strike up conversations, but their answers were vague. The next morning, Julian woke up to chaos. The townspeople ran around in confusion and chaos. Agnes did not recognize him, and could not recall their conversation. "Who are you?" she asked, genuinely puzzled. Julian quickly realized that something was wrong with the townspeople. Everyone in town had forgotten their memories of the previous day. Names, relationships, even their personal history had been erased. Only he, a stranger to the town, remembered. Julian decided to unravel the mystery, so he set out to explore Evermore. He discovered a diary kept by the townspeople where they documented their days in an attempt to hold on to their identities. "I think my name is Jack," one participant said. "I like baking, but I don't know why." Another simply said, "Who am I?" Julian finds a faded map in the small-town library, marked with an X on a nearby hill. He decides to investigate, suspecting that it holds the key to Evermore's curse. At the top of the hill is an ancient obelisk covered in strange symbols. As Julian studies it, he hears Agnes's voice behind him. "I found it," she says, with an unusual expression on her face. Julian turns, startled. "Do you remember this place?" "Not exactly," she replies. "Every night we forget, but there's always a feeling, like a whisper in my heart." Agnes explains that the obelisk was tied to the town's fate, but no one knows why or how. Julian spends days deciphering the obelisk, gathering clues from the diaries he finds. Finally, he discovers the truth. The town had been cursed centuries ago by an old wizard. Despite their lack of memory, the townspeople lived each day with childlike wonder. They appreciated life's small joys, a sunrise, a tune, a kind gesture, without the burden of past mistakes or future worries. Julian realized that the curse was both a punishment and a gift. The town's lesson stayed with him forever. The moral of the story: while our memories and plans shape our thoughts and personalities, they can also trap us. Dwelling too much on the past leads to regret, and obsessing over the future fosters anxiety. Life is fleeting, and the only time we truly have is now. While it's important to learn from the past and dream about the future, neither should overshadow the beauty of the present.